In the dead of night, along the desolate stretch of the U.S.-Mexico border, a blood-red fog rolled in from nowhere, swallowing the rusted barbed wire and cracked desert earth. It was 2025, and tensions between the two nations had reached a fever pitch. Political rhetoric had turned venomous, militias patrolled both sides, and whispers of war hung heavy. But what emerged from that fog wasn't soldiers or drones. It was something far older, far hungrier. On the U.S. side, Border Patrol agent Maria Delgado was stationed at a remote outpost near Nogales, Arizona. Her radio crackled with static, spitting fragments of panicked Spanish and English from her Mexican counterpart, Javier Ruiz, across the line. "It's here," Javier's voice trembled. "It's not human." The line went dead. Maria's outpost lights flickered as the fog pressed against the windows, thick as blood. Her partner, Tom, a grizzled ex-Marine, clutched his rifle, muttering about cartels. But Maria knew better. The air felt wrong, sick, like it was breathing. Then came the sound. A low, guttural chant, weaving between English and Nahuatl, rising from the fog. La línea exige sangre. The line demands blood. Across the border, Javier's outpost was already a slaughterhouse. His team lay scattered, their bodies drained to husks, eyes frozen in terror. Javier hid beneath a desk, clutching a rosario as shadows moved in the fog. Tall, skeletal figures with obsidian claws and eyes like oil slicks. They weren't crossing the border. They were claiming it. The fog had a mind of its own, seeping into both nations, pitting them against each other in a primal, bloody ritual. On the U.S. side, militias screamed of invasion, their guns blazing into the mist, only to be silenced by claws that tore through Kevlar like paper. In Mexico, vigilantes chanted prayers to Santa Muerte, offering sacrifices to appease the fog's hunger, but it only grew thicker. Maria and Javier, strangers bound by desperation, connected through a smuggled walkie-talkie. They pieced together the truth. The fog was born from centuries of bloodshed along the border. Conquistadors, wars, migrants left to die in the desert. It was an ancient entity, neither American nor Mexican, feeding on division. Every bullet fired, every life taken, made it stronger. They had one chance. Maria crossed the border under gunfire, dodging militias and shadows alike, to meet Javier in the heart of the fog. Together they found its source, a crumbling altar buried beneath the desert, pulsing with crimson light. The chant grew deafening. Blood for the line. The entity offered them a deal: sacrifice each other, and their nation would be spared. Maria's hand shook on her knife. Javier's eyes pleaded for her to do it.